what's up, beautiful people? Thank you so much for joining my channel, The Balanle Babe. If you're new here, Balanle means finds wealth at home, and that's exactly what we're about here on this channel, finding our wealth at home by budgeting and saving via our cash envelope systems. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Rita, and if you're returning, let's jump right into this check-in and cash unstuffing. All right, guys, so today we're going to be checking in for the weeks of September 11th through September 18th. That is Saturday to Saturday, and I can say we spent a lot of money this week. We had some birthdays. We also had some big unplanned purchases, so just a lot going on. We went over budget, I'm sure, in a few categories. I can already feel it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and plot these expense stickers, and then we'll get into the nitty-gritty of the transactions and exactly what was spent, how much, and from what funds. We are opening up to our September spread here, and we are going to go ahead and plot our expense stickers. I already have everything written out per usual, so I am probably going to speed this portion up because it's a little repetitive when I talk through the expenses for the monthly view and then I show you guys on the transaction log. So I'm just going to go ahead and play some music for you guys and plot these stickers, and I'll be right back. So now we have all of our stickers plotted on our monthly view. So I filled it in a little bit. So let's go ahead and switch over to our transaction log. And here you guys can see I've already done all of the color coding for you guys. If you're new here and you're unfamiliar, I do groceries in yellow, household blue, orange for pets, purple for miscellaneous, green for gas, orange for coffee, and then a deep purple for bless someone. And then if it comes from a sinking fund, I just do the general pink highlight. And that way I know that it needs to come out of one of my sinking fund envelopes versus one of my cash wallet envelopes. So let's actually just go ahead and start with anything that's in our cash wallet. And we are going to pull that cash out if we have it and check it off our transaction log. Okay guys, so I have my cash wallet. So the first thing that we're gonna do is just see which categories we spent from, and I can already see that we actually only spent from 3 of our cash wallet categories, which were groceries, gas, and miscellaneous. If you look in this column, if there's a little C next to the amount, that means I already paid for it in cash, so there's not really anything we're gonna be unstuffing in this video. But if it has a checkbox next to it, that means I still need to pull it out of either my cash wallet or one of my sinking fund binders to put it back into the bank or on my credit card. So with groceries, all of them have already been paid in cash, so we're not gonna worry about that. And when it comes to gas, we definitely need to pull gas out. So let's add up this gas total, guys, because I was a little blown away with how much money I spent in gas this week. But you know what? I should have prepared a little bit better because I, one, had a trip out of town. Then I did not also account for the fact that of course, I'm taking my daughter to and from school now. And then on top of that, my kids have started sports and they have games now. My daughter is doing cross country and my son is in football. My youngest was also supposed to be in football, but at the last minute, there weren't enough players to create a flag football team, so he's not doing sports. But nonetheless, me and my husband are still driving like crazy. to practices 2 to 3 times a week, and also to games every single weekend. So definitely underestimated how much gas I needed. I typically only stuff about $60 per paycheck. Let me make sure you guys can see. Per paycheck, I stuff about $60 for my new SUV, and I've been creating an overage. So in case something like this happened, I would have a cushion, and I definitely needed that cushion. So we started off with $52. So this was at the start of the week. That typically would take me through the 2-week period. So the fact that there's more on here is crazy. Then we filled up again, $30. So that's not a full tank, we just topped it off. And then again, we put $32 in. I remember this is when I was on my way home from Delaware. Okay, so $114 is what we spent in gas. And I know for certain that we don't have that much in my envelope, but we're gonna see what we have. So we currently have 50, 70, 95. So we only have $95 in there, and that leaves us $19 short. So we spent, so for gas, we spent $114. And that leaves us with negative 19. Okay. So also, if I go back and I add up my groceries just so that I can put it over here on my summary page. So for groceries, we spent $37.51. Then we also spent $62. And then we spent $25. And that's $124.51. Now what I will say, guys, is, let's see, $124.51. So we spent $124.51. And if we actually check my grocery envelope, there's still some cash in here. And the reason is because that was a combination of PEBT plus cash. So if I go into my grocery envelope, what we really have left is 20, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, and 51 is what we have left in here. And I'm gonna say 51 plus 50. And that's only because my husband actually realized how much money we spent in eating out this pay period. And he Zelled me $50 to go towards eating out for this next week. So to explain that a little bit better, what's happening is my kids started practice for their sports. So I usually take my daughter after work, and then I say my daughter like it's not his daughter too, but I usually take my daughter after work, and then he takes the boys with him to football practice. So we're going 2 separate places, football and cross country. And by the time we all come back together at the house, it is pushing 9 o'clock at night. So I am picking up fast food on Tuesdays and Thursdays most of the time. And that's what we've been doing for the last couple of weeks. And it's getting really expensive, really pricey. And we're just not a family who eats super early, like as far as dinner. Like we've never sat down for dinner at like 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock. It just has never happened because typically when we used to work home from the office, we weren't walking through the door until about 6:30 in the evening every night anyway. So anyway, I say that to say that in my next budget video or my next cash stuffing video, I'm definitely going to be allocating a lot more money either towards groceries or towards eating out because I need to account for those Tuesdays and Thursdays when we don't get home until really late. So I just wanted to put that out there. Okay, so got a little off topic, but I wanted to go ahead and just show what we put for groceries. For household, we didn't spend anything out of household. So I just want to show you guys that we still have the $30 that we started with in there. We also did not spend anything out of our pet envelope. So we should still have our 15 bucks in there, and we do. I should have went in order. I kind of skipped around. Okay, so we already did gas and then miscellaneous spending. So for miscellaneous spending, we spent $25 on Amazon, and we originally started with $85. Now, what I will say, guys, is there's not $85 in here right now. And if I'm being completely transparent, I believe I spent money on something and did not write it down. That's what had to happen. So we have 2, 4, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 71, and 72. So what is that? 85 minus 72 is $13. So I spent $13 in cash somewhere, and I have no idea where it is. I could not find any receipts. Just being completely transparent, things happen. I should have wrote it down here anyway and just put like a question mark for the note section, but I forgot to do that. So anywho, I just wanted to put that out there, that we are starting with $72, and we need to take out $25 for Amazon. So we're gonna do 20 and 5. And that was for some headphones for my husband because he's always forever losing his. And then for miscellaneous again, $11.50 for overage. So I went out this weekend and I went over in my social outing envelope, which you'll see here in a second. So I just wanted to take that out of my miscellaneous envelope. So that is $11.50. So 5, 10, 11, 12. Okay. So 5, 10, 11, and 12. All right, so that leaves us with $20, $25, $30, and $35 left in miscellaneous. So if we do 85 minus 35, that means we spent $50 in miscellaneous. Okay, we already did gas. We did not spend any of our coffee money. We still have $5 in there, and we did not spend anything from our Bless Someone. We still have our $3 in there. So didn't do too terrible, but we definitely went over in gas. So I'm gonna need to make sure that I stuff a little bit more. So in total remaining, we have, should I count this $50 that my husband gave me? I don't know if I should. Let's not count it for a moment. 51 plus 30 plus 15 plus 35 plus 5 plus 3 equals $139 that we have left over from our original $358. And then, like I said, I'm just gonna put plus 50 just to remind myself that my husband gave me that additional 50, and I'll add that back into my starting amount for our week 2 check-in, okay? All right, so now that we are done with our cash wallet, now we can begin pulling out all of our money from our sinking fund categories. Okay, so first up for sinking fund categories, I wanna tackle birthday. If you guys remember, my son had his 9th birthday and he had an amazing time, but I spent all the money in that envelope for sure. So on his actual birthday, which was the 11th, we went and purchased him a hoverboard, which was $105. And then we went to this trampoline place, and then we also had dinner at Applebee's, and it was with his siblings and a few of his friends that I allowed him to bring along. So in total, that was $245 that we spent. And then you'll see birthday again down here, a negative 105 and a positive 105. So basically what happened was we purchased his birthday gift for 105, and then it started making some weird noise like right out of the box. So I ended up returning it, but they didn't have the same one at Target. So that return came back to me in cash, and then I respent it again on Amazon on my card. So This $245 was paid in cash. That money is gone. However, once I returned the hoverboard and repurchased it on Amazon, I still had that $105 in cash. So I need to pull that out to put that on my card. I hope that made sense. I feel like I was talking really fast. Okay. So birthdays, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 5. So exactly 105 because that's, again, what I had got back in cash. So that is all taken care of. Let me just mark that off. I didn't know how to document that otherwise than highlighting that in red as a return and then showing that I got that money back. And then when it went out again, I don't know. What do you guys do if you have returns? I really don't think I've ever seen anybody address that on their channel where maybe they purchase something and then they return something and what they do about that. So if you guys have any tips about how to document that within your planners, definitely let me know. Okay, so moving right along, Christmas. All right, guys, so this was completely unplanned. I was at TJ Maxx because I was there also grabbing a few other things, miscellaneous, and school also were TJ Maxx trips. But while I was there, I did see a gift for my daughter, and I won't say exactly what it was because I do plan on doing a what I got my kids for Christmas haul here in the new future in the next couple of months. But I saw this gift for her and my kids were actually with me the first time I saw it. And so I went back to the store a few days later and I was hoping that it was still there, and it was. It wasn't something that was on my radar for her, but once I saw it, I was like, she's gonna love this. She has to have this. It was $200, $199.99. Completely unplanned, but there was only one of them. And when I looked up the original price for the item, I was saving over $150. So once I saw that, I knew it was a steal. Like if I went on the website and ordered it from the manufacturer, I was going to be paying almost $400 for the same exact item. So if you guys know TJ Maxx, Marshalls, sometimes they will get like one or a few of something and it's marked down significantly. So if you see it, you grab it. So yeah, but nonetheless, the scary part about this purchase is that I knew I did not have that much money allocated in my holiday envelope. So we are essentially going to be depleting this envelope, and we are also probably going to be over budget. So in our holiday envelope, we had 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 135. So 199 minus 135 is essentially $65 that we are over for our holiday. And now we also have no money in here. So it is what it is. You know, Christmas is still a few months away. I can still build it back up, but at least I have this one gift for my daughter. This will be her big gift. And my son, he already has his big gift. I don't know if you guys remember, but I purchased him something on Amazon Prime Day. So my two oldest already have their big gifts. And yeah, you know what? It is what it is. Okay, so now that that is taken care of, we also need to go into miscellaneous and pull out another $20. I purchased a Rae Dunn piece when I was also in TJ Maxx, and my TJ Maxx is fairly new, so they have a lot of Rae Dunn pieces that I really want, which is bad for my wallet, but good for my collection. So in here, we need to take out 20, and that leaves us with $5, $10, and $15 left over in miscellaneous spending, which I just realized means that I need to adjust my leftover amounts on my other page because I did not realize that I still had one more miscellaneous spending to take out. So let's fix that really quickly. So instead of having $35 left over, we actually only have 15, which means instead of 139, we only have 119. So let's also fix this. I'm just messing up today. Okay. All right. back to our transaction log here. All right, so now we need to dip into school. So my daughter's school requires all of the kids to have an agenda, which for me, you know, I love planners and I love agendas. So I was so excited when she came home with that paper. So when we were at TJ Maxx, we grabbed her one for $8.99. And let's see, I think I might have to make change for myself. No, we have 2 5s, so I'm not gonna worry about that dollar, and I'm just gonna put $10 down, and that leaves us with $20 in school supplies and rewards. So then for health, so when my daughter started cross country, she was really sore after her first few practices. So I remember this trip to CVS was to get her some more of her vitamins, and also we got some ice so that she could ice her legs when she got home. I'm gonna take that out of my medical envelope. Let's see, that's $19.66. So we're just going to do a 20. Yeah, we're just gonna do that 20. And that leaves us with 20, 40, 60, 70, 75. Guys, I still am waiting to hear from my insurance company. One of our bills we did end up paying, which didn't come from this, but it was almost $400 that we solidified with them. And my husband actually just paid that. And now I'm still waiting to hear on the rest of the claims. And again, this all stems from a hospital trip my son had a few months ago. So yeah, so right now, all that money that's in my medical envelope, I'm just using for like when I need to go buy medicine and things of that sort. I will worry about the medical bills later once the insurance company figures it out. You know what I mean? Like they're the ones that still are confused about what I owe. So if they haven't figured it out yet, I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, so did that take care of everything? I think it did. All right, so it looks like I have all of my check boxes checked off now. So let's go ahead and add up these amounts here. And we should have $504.13 or over is what we're shooting for. So let me go ahead and get this organized, and then I will count it out for you. Okay, so going back to the bank, we have 100, 2, 4, 6, 8, 200, 2, 4, 6, 8, 300, 2, 4, 6, 8, 85, 90, 95, 400, 405, 10, 15, 20, 21, and 22. So $422 is what we have. So we are definitely under budget. So 504.13 minus $422. We are over budget $82.13 for this week. And guys, that is definitely due to going over in not only gas, but also going over in Christmas. So I knew that that was going to be the end all be all, but you know what? It is what it is. For those who are probably wondering, I am still building up my oh shit or my miscellaneous fund. Right now, I don't want to pull money out of there because I only have, what do I have in there? I think I only have maybe like 30 bucks, if even that. I don't even think I have that much in here. We have 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 bucks in here. So I'm going to leave this in here for little overages. And I am just going to count on my buffer account to take care of this large overage. And I probably will end up paying myself back for these overages when I stuff my envelopes next time, if that makes sense. So for instance, I probably only would stuff about $60 for gas. Instead, maybe I'll stuff 100. Same thing with holiday. I typically will put like 25 in there. Maybe I'll put a whole $100 bill instead, just to make myself feel better about going over the week prior. So again, that was our check-in for September 11th through September 18th. We are over $82.13, but it is okay. Life happens. And yeah, hopefully we'll do better next week. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'm going to get this money back to the bank, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.